Hello, everyone. In December 2024, I wrote Judge O'Connor, who's dealing with the Boeing case. I just read most recently a recent article that Boeing judge urged to accept U.S. deal in 737 MAX crash, which absolves them of many of the sins of, I think it's about Boeing becoming a felon, and the families of the Ethiopian Air and Indonesian Air are able to take them to task. But they're making a deal. I wrote the judge, sent him an email to his secretary, never got any response back. So today, this is directly to Judge O'Connor. The Judge, the Whistle, and the Wings, a poem for the Honorable Judge Reed O'Connor, based on testimony that I gave to him in 2024 December, and also going back to April 2024 17th, where I stood up with two pieces of paper, both respectively from April and July of 2002, that basically said from Boeing. This was on their supplier portal up till January 2025 when they took it down because I've been exposing it so much. That they stated that send in your certificate, send your parts, and only if the need be or needs arises, we will come out to visit your facility, and we are getting rid of redundant inspections. While Sam Salapar here exposed the fact of the poor designs in the Boeing 777, 787, which you already saw one go down in India. He said he would go down the flight line and see employees jumping up and down in these composite fuselage tubes, they call it, or barrels. And they were basically setting those up for failure in the fact that they're preloading, putting added stresses that weren't engineeringly designed into the fuselage of the 787. And he said it lessens the life cycle of the expansion and contraction. You know, when you go up, they pressurize a cabin, then they depressurize it back and forth. I don't know how many cycles they do, but they said if the plane is rated at a 20-year life cycle, then it diminishes probably 5 to 10 years. So you cut off half the life cycle with preloading. And I'm going to go on with this and let you hear it. By Daryl Guberman, submitted July 2025. I wasn't on the list to speak, yet silence then would make me weak, so I rose to papers high. Truth clenched in hand, I met their eye. Capitol Hill stood that day, as whistleblowers cleared the way, and I though was not invited, brought 22 lost years of sin. Since 2002, the mask was worn, inspections gone, true checks were shorn. They trusted parts that came unchecked, let paper shields deflect. No audits done, no eyes on sight, just rubber stamps and quite might. A policy shift to save a dime became the root of Boeing's crime. After 9/11's cruel descent, thousands laid off, the money spent. By April 2002, a fatal plan let Performance Review Institute a NADCAP scan. Third-party eyes became the law while Boeing stepped away in awe. Then came July, the next great stroke, AS9100, their new cloak. But only if it bore the brand of Anzi Anab's owned hand. A scheme took so clean yet veiled in harm, no longer did they raise alarm. Suppliers passed with seals alone. No one from Boeing checked their own. The FAA in 2009 agreed, let Boeing certify with speed. The fox then watched the henhouse door, and lives were traded more and more. 2 flights fell down from skies once blue, while grieving kin begged, what's true? A plug blew off in 24, a door to death then patched once more. And still they smiled from office high, while workers plead and families cry. I walked the strikes in Washington from Everett down to Renton's Run. The IAM, I heard their strain. The truth they spoke confirmed my pain. While Calhoun counts, I checked the wings. He's an accountant playing kings. He never built, inspected, tried. Just let a plane where ethics lied. I mailed the board my record set with 40 years and full intent. 11 letters held me high, yet none returned. No why, no reply. I asked to serve to lead the truth, not to sit in silence while they soothe. I could have fixed what others broke. Instead, they ghosted all I spoke. And so I turned to Judge O'Connor, now to you. With all these facts I've lived and knew, the documents, the proof, the thread. of how we landed here instead. The wings still fly, but not with pride, for trust is broken deep inside. Review the case with sharpened eye. Don't let the guilty merely buy. A deal unearned dishonors grief. Let justice speak, not mere relief. The world is watching what you'll do, and many wings depend on you. Respectfully submitted by QA expert of 40 years, Daryl Guberman, 203-556-1493. I thank you.